Hey, you there. Want to know what's coming this season? Well, you've come to the right place, because this is the official Season 4 patch notes video. I'd like to welcome back Selena to these videos. You were a bit busy in the last one, weren't you?
Yep, but now I have enough time to deal with you and your videos.
Fair enough.
Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the main changes of this new season.
I'm sure you're all accustomed to the classes we've introduced to the server, and we're glad to announce that these classes will be continuing on our server.
We've heard your feedback about certain classes, and we're trying our best to find a way to balance things. But we'd also like the community to recognize that we're also trying to aim towards the thoughts of a meta through combat.
With that said, we're hoping the following changes will help with that balancing aspect. Please take a look.
We'd like to introduce to you our new class Ascension system. These classes offer players a longer-term objective to work towards, as well as more ways to combat players. Just like last season, you'll be able to choose a single base class which then evolves into one of the two branching classes.
These ascended classes change up the stats of the user and unlocks new weapons and abilities for the players to use. When ascended, your level resets back down to 0, and you'll level it back up to 100. Stat points have also changed a bit. When ascended, your stat points go up by 2 each level, so you'll have a total of 200 stat points by the end.
You just mentioned unlocking new weapons, so let's talk about that for a bit.
Aw, you stole what I was going to say.
In the middle of last season, we introduced the gear rolls with custom weapons, and these will continue into this season as well, but there's a few changes coming to them. First off, all the Season 3 limited weapons are now in the permanent inner-attic box with new limited items coming.
Before we show you what they'll look like, we've mentioned it before, but we're currently working on a better system for people to acquire these weapons with a pay system and custom animations, so look forward to this further into the season.
Enchants have been redone as well. Visuals and names of some of the enchants have been changed. We've also removed quite a few enchants to match up more with our class stats. We hope this will make combat more smooth between PvPers, and we'll keep trying to expand on it if possible.
Let's take a look at these new weapons and enchants. See what you think.
You better like it.
We're trying out something different with our weapons this season, and we'll take some player testing to see if we really want to keep this system. There's also some additions to the custom weapons, which we'll talk about here shortly.
We know you all love to grind for hours for your enchants, and that'll still be there for your armor and 3-star weapons, but for the 4 and 5-star weapons, you will not be able to use the custom enchants on them. Instead, you will need to upgrade them at their respective villages with camp tokens and EXP.
There's only so much our team can test ourselves, so things might not be perfect, so we'll do our best to balance things out as much as possible to ensure fair and fun gameplay. Keep a close eye on the Patch Notes channel on our Discord to be aware of future updates.
Now it's time to talk about the new content that we'll be adding onto the server, not changes. Let's just get right into the first preview.
Before I get into what is shown in the video, world generation has been changed drastically this season. Structures no longer have been generated in the world, and ores now respawn after a certain amount of time.
We're introducing a brand new resource gathering system this season. We're removing most level requirements on basic tools, and instead, you're going to need a tool of a certain quality. Most ore drops have been changed to include common nuggets, uncommon nuggets, or a geode.
Geodes are rare drops you can get from ores. Once you've obtained a geode, you'll have to get a deconstructor hammer in the shop for money. Inside these geodes, you'll have a chance to find rare nuggets, which will be used in many ways. One method being what I mentioned earlier.
These rare nuggets will help increase stats on weapons with something called gemstones. These gemstones are special stones to increase certain stats on the weapons to really get them powered up. These won't be available on release date, so keep an eye on announcements to get the scoop early.
And now, for the last part of this patch notes video, another thing we plan to add onto the server in about a week or two after the season releases. Check it out.
We're happy to announce more content for players to try out. Dungeons are coming over to the CampMC both on Camp and Skyblock to those who play it. In these dungeons, you'll be able to fight mobs and find a ton of different kinds of loot.
There's a new button in players' inventories that extends the inventory out even further. Here, you'll be able to put new items we're calling artifacts and relics. You'll be able to find these items in dungeons as the loots from chests and bosses.
Gloves, amulets, sashes, and souls each give a small amount of bonus stats for you, so make sure you use the right artifacts to really make your class stronger.
On the left side of your extended inventory, there are relic slots. These relics give players different types of abilities to either help with combat, escape, or to help out allies. These will mostly be found by defeating final bosses in dungeons and future content.
You'll be able to party up with others in these dungeons to try and get the best score, and there may even be special prizes to those who end up with the highest score at the end of the season. As Roro said, these dungeons won't be available at the start of the season, but instead will be available towards the middle.
And that's it. We hope you all enjoy your time playing on Camp Season 4. And for those who play Skyblock, don't worry, we still have a lot of things planned for y'all. So keep an eye on announcements. All extra information about things mentioned in this video will be posted in the Patch Notes channel in our Discord, so make sure you join to learn more. Until next time.